share God's word. So let's pray. Our loving Heavenly Father, we thank you, God. We praise you for giving us another opportunity to stand in front of you. Simply we recognize the sacrifice that you have done for us. We realize the gravity of your love. And we also relate our lives and how we can rededicate ourselves to you. We thank you for this opportunity. Be with us. Help us understand your love on the cross. In His mighty name we pray. Amen. So this is the fourth word that Lord has spoken from the cross. At about 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out with a loud shout, Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani, which means, my God, why did you forsake me? This is from Matthew 27:46. And this is the only expression from Jesus that we can also see in Mark. Mark 15:34. And at 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, Eloi, Eloi, lema sabachthani. Exactly the same words. And if you look at the time gap between these words, between the first 3 words and these 3 words, you can see a gap of almost 3 hours. Between 9 and 12, he spoke those first three words. And then there is complete darkness between 12 and 3 p.m. our time. And then he spoke the 4th word. So, again, it's complete darkness in the middle of the day, which is unheard of, unnatural. So it's wondering as to why darkness, what was God trying to tell us by throwing a complete cloud of darkness over the entire area, maybe entire city or country for that matter. So the answer lies in Isaiah chapter 13, verses 9 and 10. Behold, the day of the Lord comes, cruel with wrath and fierce anger, to make the land a desolation and to destroy its sinners from it. But the stars of the heavens and their constellations will not give their light. The sun will be dark at its rising, and the moon will not shed its light. So what God is doing here is a divine judgment that He is performing. A righteous God judging His Son on behalf of all of us. So it's almost like 3 hours of gap, and then Jesus breaks the silence with a loud voice, with the 4th word. And this particular word is completely different from the first 3 words. First 3 talks about more like divinity, divine, with the power that He has spoken. But the 4th word, and the next 2 words actually, they denote human pain and suffering. It's complete contrast to the first 3 words. And it's also not a cry against God, it's a cry to God. At that moment, Jesus was alone more than anyone could be. And the cry is from the painful heart of the human Jesus, who must feel deserted by His Father and the Holy Spirit, but also His earthly companions who are not with Him anymore at that point in time. He feels separated from His Father. Not only that, the people who were shouting joyful noises for Him just a few days earlier on Sunday, so ironic that they're mocking Him in front of the cross. How much painful it must have been to Him. Remember, until this point, you have to remember that God has never been separated from God in entire eternity. This is the only time when God looked away from His Son. And David in Psalm 22 also makes a striking prophecy about the crucifixion of Messiah at a time when crucifixion was unheard of. Nobody knew what crucifixion was during David's time. But he prophesies, my God, why have you forsaken me? 22. So by saying these words, Jesus was actually fulfilling the prophecy outlined in Psalm 22. And also by speaking these words from the cross, where the Jews all over the place, and they know what Psalm 22 says. So he's telling Jews that he is the Messiah, and he's also obedient enough to utter the same prophecy from Psalm 22. So in this unique and strange miracle, Jesus was crying out in anguish because of the separation. He is now experienced from his heavenly Father for the first and only time in all eternity. And it's the only time which we have on record that Jesus did not address God as Father. Because the Son has taken sin upon himself, the Father being so holy turned his back. So the God-man was separated from God for a brief time at Calvary as the furious wrath of Father was poured out on the sinless Son, who in matchless grace became sin for those who believe in him. So there cannot be a more dreadful moment in the history as Jesus, who came to save us, is crucified, and he realizes the horror of what is happening and what he is now enduring. And the beloved Son of God knows what it was like to be rejected by the Father. Evil triumphs at that moment, as Jesus admits. But this is your hour, Luke 22:53 says. But it's only for a moment. The burden of all the sins of humanity for a moment overwhelms the humanity of the Savior. So on the cross, all our sins were placed on him. He became guilty in God's eyes in our place. And it covers every sin the human race has ever committed. He was sinless, but he allowed all our sins to be transferred to him. The Bible says, 2 Corinthians 5:21, God made him who had no sin to be sin for us. So he, being part of the Godhead, suffered so much. How can mankind take this pain? There is no way we can take the pain. So Jesus died for us, and it's God's choice. But does this have to happen? Does this really have to happen that Jesus come here and save for us? It is in defeat of this humanity that the divine plan of his Father will be completed. It is by his death that we are redeemed. He took our place on the cross. So John 10:11 says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. And 1 Timothy 2:5-6, for there is one God, there is also one mediator between God and the human race, Christ Jesus, himself human, who gave himself as ransom for all. So coming to the conclusion, does it mean God will forsake us in our troubles and temptations? If he is asking God as to why God has forsaken me, is it possible that it can happen in our lives? No, God will never forsake us if we have truly committed our lives to Christ. God's promise to his children couldn't be clearer. Hebrews 13:5 says, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. And one reason God will never forsake us is because his Son was forsaken in our place. When Jesus Christ went to the cross, he did not deserve to die. He wasn't guilty of any crime in the eyes of the Father, nor had he committed any sin in the eyes of God. In fact, since he was God in human flesh, he was without sin of any kind. So what is our comfort here? What is our solace from this particular verse? Never ever are we alone in our darkest moment. Never ever are we alone in our suffering. Never ever are we alone in the midst of our pain. That's what God is telling us. I'm always with you. Our faith may fail us, and then we think that God has left us. Interestingly, our Lord's faith did not falter for a moment when he said twice, my God, my God. That shows his unhesitating faith. We may think when we are going through tribulation that God has deserted us, but he is not going to do. God turned against his own Son at the moment so that he could not turn against us. So when we do feel alone, abandoned, deserted, afraid, let's learn from Jesus' example. He cried, my God, let nothing drive you from your faith in God. When we feel most betrayed, Jesus understands why he experienced total abandonment. When we feel most alone, the truth and reality is that we are not. God is always with us. So when darkness seems to hide his face, I trust in his unchanging grace.